my God. I've got to start that. Oh my God, I look terrible. Today we're going to talk about a spec ad our team put together recently.
The right.
The right goes left.
Completely.
It goes fully left.
All right, here we go.
Why is that your personality,
think of-
though?
At the end of 2025, we put together a list of potential clients or, dream clients or products that we really enjoyed that we thought we could reach out to or work with or, was within arm's reach of one of us that we felt like we could put together a convincing spec ad and pitch deck and send off to potential clients that we wanted to work with. Let's go there and bring gloves, bought non-waterproof boots.
These
And
are
it's-
not non-waterproof. These are waterproof. Look.
The bottom is waterproof.
Well, we better keep your toesies only.
Yeah.
Almost got like knee-high ones.
That's what I pictured.
Yep. Well,
I pictured full-blown water
Yeah.
boots, like water shoes.
I was going for aesthetics. I thought these looked cuter.
You're probably right.
Next time I'll think more practically. Uh-oh.
Walker Brothers Kombucha is a local kombucha company that Chris, our creative director, really enjoyed, and it's a local favorite. But they recently came out with a new product called Forrest Water. There wasn't much of a social presence, wasn't much video creative behind the product yet, and so we felt like this could be an awesome opportunity to kind of throw our hat in the ring to help them with video projects.
I want something that's still because basically what the idea is, you're gonna dig the drinks out of the ground, sit down.
I'm loving
And
these
drink.
roots.
Yeah, maybe you could sit here. Will this support you right here? If you just sat right on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah. And I
And
love.
this greenery right here.
Yeah, I love these.
This light.
Yeah, this is great, and I love these roots. This is great.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, question. For the look, hoodie or no hoodie?
I mean, hoodie for warmth, but this looks great. But hoodie, if you
Gear we used on this shoot, everything was shot on the Sony FX6, which I'm shooting on right now. And then the lens we shot everything on was a 24 millimeter 1.4, which is our most recent piece. We kind of bought it for this shoot, and it's now become all of our favorites on basically every shoot we're doing anything kind of higher level looks. I feel like that 24 is just like awesome.
We're driving west to the coastline, and it feels like summertime.
So we did some digging into the product, into their kind of language behind everything that is Forrest Water, and we kept seeing like a bunch of like flavored by nature language and botanical soda and just like a lot of this like in the nature, taking you to nature type language. So we kind of wanted to lean into that. So we came up with three different pieces of content, but two different ideas. The first being this like mockumentary style piece where it was like The Office or like Parks and Rec, where it was these foragers who were foraging for this forest water and finding the forest water out in nature. So Chris and Michaela, our project manager and our creative director, strapped on their acting shoes and became our quote unquote foragers in these pieces. We really wanted to lean into this like comedic where it sounds real but not quite sure if it's a joke. It's tone to it. So Michaela was kind of this like shroom farmer type where she was like going out and looking under the roots of trees and digging up the forest water as if it was like mushrooms or something. She absolutely crushed it. She was great.
Okay, so what I want
Yeah.
is you to come from behind that tree
Yeah, I do.
and walk this way, and you're gonna like come up upon this and like use that
To get
to
those.
move the leaves out of the way,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then you'll just start grabbing.
Okay,
Um,
great.
describing them.
Perfect.
Cool.
You want me to come up this way?
It doesn't. Yeah, come this direction.
Yeah.
All right, whenever you're ready. Okay, at the tree. Right. Once you find one, come grab this middle drink right here. And walk off. Yeah.
I didn't bring an extra battery. I just realized.
I have extra batteries.
Okay, great.
I have 4 in there. I got you. And
If I was in the Hunger Games, I think I would win.
cool. Let's work that back. Grab those two. And then come over to that tree that we were talking over here on me. Right here. And great.
Oh, sick.
No,
Did you want-
I was gonna come before that.
And then Chris was our kind of like fisherman, you know, raised by a forager storyline. So we did this voiceover where he basically said that his dad was a forager before him and showed him and taught him how to forage for this forest water. Basically all this with an idea of like creating a show for forest water where it's these foragers and they're describing the drink, they're describing how they're getting the drink, but really it's just this like this touch into the brand or this like look into the brand where it's this sense of humor, but it's sending them, it's still communicating their language around sending you into nature, being a part of nature, that we really feel like we crushed and it was a lot of fun to make that one.
I'm gonna go quick with it. You want to take some, drop it in the water? With a splash. 3, 2, 1. Dude, that literally just landed like
Perfect.
on that can.
That's amazing.
Look, once don't add different food.
Oh yeah. Great. That dropping shot is so sick.
That is
You want to do
awesome.
it on video?
No,
Or anything else?
I think we're good with this.
Yeah. I think it's time for me to change and then we go from
What
there.
time is it?
Let's see. How is it?
Listen, I'm growing.
The second one, which we kind of considered the hero kind of video, was this kind of we kept using the term what we kept saying. I can't remember. But what did we say? What would we call it? I don't remember. Anyway, basically, it was this kind of storyline of this woman who, again, Michaela strapping on her acting shoes for this character also. This woman who was stuck in the day-to-day city life, kind of bummed out around this noise, around all this, you know, clanking and banging of the city and not really feeling, you know, tapped into nature. So we came up with this idea of shooting Michaela in the city. So we went down to Nashville's downtown, shot a few sequences down there of her walking through the city, kind of like moseying around, kind of grumpy, kind of annoyed about the environment around her, wanting some kind of relief, and then cracking open a forest water, and then she gets transported into nature. The hardest part about this sequence was getting the transportation from Michaela in the city into nature was kind of the hardest part, which I'm not super pumped about how I executed, but I feel like we found a spot that communicated that she took a drink of forest water and now she is in this like euphoric, beautiful nature setting. One thing I think we learned from this shoot was how run and gun our capabilities are. I come from a freelance background where I'm used to shooting, a lot of things by myself, and so us being able to put together, 3 pieces of high-level content was super exciting. It definitely gave us confidence for knowing we can conceptualize and then can execute on these higher level concepts for brands.
When I sip in the city, it cuts to me almost putting the can down, but I'm here. Does that make sense? So it's like in the city, I'll sit and then it's like
Your
hands,
eyes will like,
and then I open and it's like I'm putting the can down and I'm here.
so close your eyes and then open them like super wide.
Is that right enough?
That's great. Take a sip. Keep going. Great. Let's do it again. You can go from that direction. Take a look around. Great. Cool. Got that.